So this right here is a device that I have been using for a lot of things, for gaming, streaming, content creating, and so much more. This device is really cool because it's a 12-inch dual USB Type-C IPS touchscreen monitor that has built-in speakers and a headphone input. And this thing weighs less than 3 pounds. It barely even feels like it weighs 2 pounds. This thing is actually pretty neat. And I'm going to show you in this video all the different things you get with it, plus things that you could potentially do with this, because this right here, it has a lot of potential. And I mean a lot of potential. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it.
This wasn't written with your comfort in mind. Nah. Made my decision, wasn't tough to decide. Nah. Me and my boys, we get it done every time. Gotta earn it, you can't just jump in the line. You'll get rushed to the side. I top my division, I've been building since I started. In the parking lot, I parked it. I came in while picking targets. My career cannot be tarnished. I'm a champion regardless. Celebrate, but this is a different kind of lucha party. We are not alike.
Before we kick this video off, I want to give a huge shout out and mahalo to Wimaxit for sending over this. I've been looking for a portable monitor for a while. It's definitely been something that I've been looking into, especially when it comes to streaming, because one of the things I really struggle with when I'm trying to stream with my triple monitor setup is I use one screen for gaming, one screen for like XSplit, and sometimes other tabs, and I don't really look at this screen over here because I don't want to have to pivot my field of view to the left when everything is right in front of me. But with this little thing, I can set this up as the fourth monitor, and I can have my chat just scrolling on this, and then I can also like manually move around, because I'm going to show you a bunch of other things you can do with this monitor and so much more. Before we dive into this, if you want to pick one of these up, I will leave an Amazon affiliate link down below so you can get it. And outside of that, make sure you sub to the channel, ding the notification bell, that way you stay up to date on all the latest and greatest content that comes from this channel. And if you want to support the content that we do have channel memberships as well as Patreon, with links for both down in the description below. Let's go ahead and dive into this monitor and why I think as a creator, as a gamer, and as a streamer, you might want to invest in one of these, or maybe two, or maybe three. We'll see. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and dive into the specifications for this monitor from Wimaxit. It is a 12-inch IPS touchscreen monitor. Pretty neat for what it is. Now, the resolution for this device is 1366 by 768. So this is a little higher than 720p, but it's not 1080p and it's not a 4K. So just do keep that in mind. That's not saying that this is bad. I mean, for the price, I'd say it's pretty phenomenal, especially with the fact that this doesn't get searingly hot. It actually doesn't get hot to the touch at all. You would think, with this being an IPS monitor with HDR also built into this, that this would get very hot, and it doesn't at all, which is actually very surprising. I like how lightweight it is. You can see how thin it is, and then you've got if you want to mount it, they got mounting brackets on the back, and then you've also got your input portions on the side. So dual USB Type-C here, as well as a HDMI, or this is a mini HDMI, and then the other end is standard HDMI size, and it comes with the USB Type-C as well as the power block, and also the mini HDMI to HDMI. And then on the other side, you've got your scroller wheel, which you can utilize to like move about your menu. So to give you an example, if I want to change inputs, I can just tap it in. You'll see it come up on the screen, like if I wanted to change like the different inputs, or if I want to, you know, go into other options. I can tweak the brightness, the speakers, I can tweak the HDR, and like a bunch of other things. Like the versatility of this device is very insane. Now, I want to show you guys some of the usages I've used with this, because you might be saying like, man, if you've got a 4K or 1440p monitor, or even a high-end, you know, 144 or 240 hertz refresh rate or 300 hertz refresh rate monitor that's 1080p, what would you even do with this? Like, some people might feel like this right here is very impractical, and I'm just going to say, as a content creator, it's not. Here's a case scenario. If I'm streaming, then what I can do with this is I can go ahead and put my chat on it, I can scroll through my chat at the touch of my fingers. And that is something that really is helpful. And also, if I wanted to bring up, like the Windows touch keyboard, even though I've got a keyboard right in front of me, I can do that with this touchscreen monitor because it registers a touch input device. And that is something for me as a streamer is just very, very invaluable because it's really, you want to keep your focus on your stream and also on your chat and also on the game that you're playing. So you don't ever want to divert your attention away from, what you're doing because you're on the clock effectively. Now, this just makes that so much easier because I can set this right underneath my ultra wide monitor right here. And then as I'm just like looking over here, just make sure my stream and everything is good, I can look down and see the chat, or I can just move it over here right open underneath the game that I'm playing and just go from there. Now, a couple other things that you would be wondering, like what are some other use cases that you can use this for, which I'm going to show you a couple because as you guys know, I've got the Steam Deck, I've got Nintendo Switch OLED, as well as the Analogue Pocket, which is really three devices that I use a lot, along with using my laptop as well as my iPad Pro. And I'm going to show you guys a couple of use cases scenarios of me using this and why I think it's really cool of a device that you probably want to, dive into utilizing. So let's go ahead and show you guys that. Now, one of the other things I want to dive into with this as well is think about this. If you travel a lot, and currently right now, I don't really do a lot of traveling, but I used to do a lot of traveling, going to the various conventions or going, off island to the mainland, all across the continent for, business trips. Now, if I'm traveling and say I've got my Steam Deck, my laptop, my Switch or my Analogue Pocket, I'm going to want to travel as light as possible and still be able to game comfortably or get my work and productivity done as comfortably as possible. And having this as a screen, I can have this as an additional screen to my laptop, or if I'm, playing on the Switch or the Steam Deck or the Analogue Pocket, I can just plug them into this. And then I've got, effectively a bigger screen that I can utilize. And there we go. That's just something that I feel is really useful that, if you think outside the box, it's just something that you can find a lot of use cases with, say if I were to go to Amazing Comic Con, I'm sitting up at the hotel. I'm like, I really want to game, but I don't want to necessarily have to sit and hold, the Switch or the Steam Deck or the Analogue Pocket. I want to just set it down because it does come with a kickstand too. So keep that in mind. You know, it's a really nice kickstand. You can also use this with the other devices as well. But you can put it on the kickstand, plug your consoles or your portable devices into it, and just go from there. And it just sits there. It's easy, effortlessly, and it's out of the way. Now, in wrapping up with my final thoughts of this device, overall, it's a pretty cool device. I really like it. I do recommend it. But with that being said, what do you guys think of a device like this, or even this device if you have it yourself? Is it anything that you would recommend as well? Are there things you love about it, things you dislike about it? Whatever your thoughts are, let's go ahead and get the conversation going in the comment section below. And if you want to take the conversation further, we do have Discord as well as Gilded, with links for both in the description down below. If you want to pick this up, I will have the Amazon affiliate link down in the description below, so make sure you go check that out as well. No additional cost to you, but I do get a little bit of a kickback if you were to use it and pick it up from there, or buy anything off of Amazon for that matter. And outside of that, if you want to support the content and you enjoy this video, make sure you like the video, sub to the channel if you haven't already, and also go check out Patreon, patreon.com/Mikhail Casanova, as well as channel memberships here on YouTube as well. All that being said, I'm Mikhail Casanova. I'm signing out. Hope you guys have a great and aloha rest of your day. I'm going to get back to making some content, and I got some more stuff I need to do with my Steam Deck. So with that being said, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out. Mahalo for making it to the end of the video. And if you found anything of importance or substance that you gained from watching this, make sure you leave a comment down in the comment section below. If you haven't already, make sure you sub to the channel and ding the notification bell. That way you stay up to date on all the content that you get from my channel, from podcasts, streams, reviews, impressions, reactions, and so much more. If you want to support what we do have channel memberships. We've got Patreon, we've got Subscribestar, as well as coffee, which I would love to be drinking some coffee right now, which I am. That's some good coffee. But anyway, we got all of that, and we also have merch on Teespring and TeePublic, so make sure you go check that out. And all that being said, I just hope to see you in the next video that I put out. So hey, see you around.